Sometimes, life challenges us in unexpected ways, especially when family is involved. This message from Philipp Plein reminds us that being honest and taking responsibility takes real strength. This isn't about fame or money, it's about truth, growth, and fatherhood. Philipp Plein's story carries a lesson we can all learn from.
Hey guys, I was really thinking for a long time if I should speak up or not. But at the end of the day, I think there's so much confusion out there and there's so much, I don't know, aggressive comments and it's going back and forth, and I have the feeling really it's going the wrong direction. So I'm just here to really let everyone know what's really going on. So it's very simple. I was always hoping to have a good relationship with Lucia and to be able to co-parent our children. I never asked for full custody. I always wanted to have a healthy relationship with the mother of my children. I have 4 kids, guys. I don't need to put on my shoulders to be a mother and a father at the same time for my children right now. I was really happy the way we were staying together. We broke up officially February 23 between us. We decided that this is the best in our relationship, and I love Lucia for what she has done in our relationship, and honestly it was a great time. I have nothing bad to say about Lucia. The time we spent together was a great time. Unfortunately, this happens. When people stay together, they sometimes decide to break up, and that's natural. And we actually really never had a real fight. I have to say I was her first boyfriend, even though she would say, no, it's not true. But I mean, a 3 or 4 months relationship cannot be really counted as a relationship. And I think that what we had was magic, but at a certain point, we both decided, hey, let's move on. Unfortunately, Lucia got pregnant, and we were both lucky to have another wonderful child, Rouge. We started to separate officially in January 24. Andrea was already pregnant, and I was expecting a baby in July, our baby Hurricane. And me and Lucia, we spent as much time together as possible. Andrea was really supporting this relationship as much as she could. I was spending every weekend with Lucia and the children, most of the time here in the south of France, but we also went to the US, we went for Easter to LA, and anyhow, it is what it is. What really changed the whole situation was when Lucia, one day before Hurricane was born, on the 5th of July, started to apply for the full custody in front of the court and started to not let me see anymore the children. And it had really happened from one day to the other. We spent the weekend before my son was born in Andermatt in Switzerland, in the mountains. I wanted to be close, so in case the baby comes earlier, I would have taken only an hour to be back in Lugano. And everything took a turn from there. I tried 100 million times to reach out to her, try to find a solution. Lucia has hundreds of offers on the table. It was never about money. It was not at all even an argument about money. I offered her the world, and I just wanted to have the possibility to see my children growing up next to me, close to me, and not to become a weekend dad. Lucia lives still until today in our apartment. I moved out when I started to move together with Andrea, and I was trying to give her the best support possible. I offered the mother to stop to work and to move to Lugano, support Lucia. And unfortunately, Lucia pushed everything further in front of court. I said it 100 times, when you go to court, you go to war. I've never seen a war which turns out into something positive. And in a war, even if you win, you lose. And it was all about the children in this situation, to protect the children. I think from this moment on, everything went wrong and the children started to suffer. They didn't suffer under me, they suffered under Lucia, because Lucia was the one who was really taking care. And I don't understand why. I really don't understand why we came to this point where we are today. But today it is what it is. The judge, who has been on this case since, I think, December or January, so quite a while, after observation, after putting specialists on the case, after putting psychiatrists on the case, has decided to give me, at the moment, the full custody over the children. Lucia can't see the children outside these regulations. And all the people who keep on saying, give back the children to the mother, let her see the children. It's not so easy anymore, because now the children under the protection of the Swiss court and under my custody. I can't even just call up Lucia and say, hey, what's up? You want to come over and see the children? It has to be organized, it has to be approved. There are rules to follow. She has up to 4 hours a week, 2 times a week for 2 hours, to see the children in a kindergarten. And there are 3 people always in the room. One of them is a psychiatrist, and she can't even leave the room to go with the kids on the toilet alone without having one person follow her. She has 1 phone call a week, 20 minutes, to speak with the children. And even this call is monitored by a psychiatrist. So how can it come to this situation? Do you think that, or all the people who think that I've pushed it so far? I have not. It's a situation which nobody would have expected. And this situation only is to protect the children. Not because I asked for their protection, because a judge decided and a psychiatrist decided to protect the children, because they see that these children are suffering to a level that it's really difficult, and I've never seen something like this before. Every time they have to see the mother, every time they have to go back to their mother, they scream, they cry, they are completely, I don't even know how to say, I don't even have words for this. And this is something which I wish it would be different. I'm not here to replace the mother. I can't replace the mother, and also my partner Andrea can't replace the real mother. We're not here to steal the children, we're not here to make them suffer. We're here to protect them at this stage and to give them what they need at this moment more than anything: love and a family where they feel happy and supported. And I really hope that Lucia finds her way back into their lives. This will take time, for sure, and it will take time to let these children again be happy and to enjoy and to be without fear when they have to return back to their mother and when they have the chance to see their mother. So I know that the narrative, and normally it is what it is, normally the children belong to the mother when they're at such a small age, and I'm not against it. All my other children, Romeo, but also of course Hurricane, they're obsessed with their mothers. And I'm not as important as their mother is. And I didn't try to push Lucia away and to push myself into the spotlight. I have no interest and absolutely no benefit from this. In fact, it has also changed my life. I had to change my work ethic, I had to change everything. I was a workaholic, working 24/7. I changed everything in order to be there for these children and to give them what they need, all the love and all the protection and care. And I can only say respect to all the mothers out there, because I know now how hard it is to be a mother. I think I change 24 nappies a day, which is fine. Rocket starts finally to go to the bathroom. But also this was quite complicated. And then there's so many other things, little things. I don't really want to talk about it, but I think it's also important because it affects the relationship between Lucia and me. Lucia took money from the company, and there were many other things which were not fine. I can't send my son Rocket to the kindergarten because she still, even though she lost custody, has to give her permit and her permission. People who say that I'm using my power, I'm using my money, I can only say that we are in Switzerland in front of court, and you can't do anything shady like that in Switzerland. It's one of the most protected jurisdictions in the world, and the people should ask themselves, why did the situation come to this where it is today? That is the side from my side, and I really hope that people understand what is going on here. I have not spoken about this situation at all. This whole thing started in July, when my son was born, 24, so more than a year now. I have never spoken one word. I started to go public to speak up about the situation last week for the first time. After the birthday of Rouge, because we got so much hate and so much accusations from all over the web, because people were putting wrong information out there, saying that I've taken the kids away from the mother, but I haven't, because they were given under my protection. And believe me, if I would not take these children, they would be in foster care. This is what it is. It's not about if they are not with the father, they would be with the mother. If they would not be with me today, these children would be in foster care. Why? Because it's impossible for them to return back to the mother. Not because I ever asked for that. I always asked to do the best, what is in the interest of the children, and this is obviously to give them the peace they need. So, yeah. And when I got all this hate, believe me, I don't care about this, because I've always been the underdog my whole life. But when it starts to become dirty, then it becomes painful for my family, for my girlfriend, for my other children, for Fernanda, the mother of my other child. When people say things like, we want to kill your daughter, we want to take away Romeo, or we want to hurt one of your other children, and I think it's just too much. And social media can become brutal. Social media can be very supportive, but also become very, very dark and negative if it goes in the wrong direction. And a lot of people speak up who have really nothing to say. They don't know the situation, they don't know what happened, they don't know the details. And I say it again, we're here only for one reason, to protect children. It's not about who is right and who is wrong. It's about what is the best for the children today. And it's not about anymore even what I believe is right or what I believe is wrong. It's about what the judge decides and what the doctors decide who are on this case. You can play dirty, you can go out there and say that you don't have support, you can say that I'm a monster, I'm this, I'm that, but the truth is all written down and nobody can deny the truth. So long story short, we're here to do whatever has to be done for the children, and one day, hopefully, they will find their way back in the life of their mother when everybody believes that this is the right moment to make this happen.
No matter who's right or wrong, I believe every parent deserves the chance to do better for their kids. What's your opinion? Write in the comments.